Everyone knows investing in real estate or stocks is one of the best ways to build wealth. But right now, there are five side investments that are about to explode over the next 3 years. And the best part is, even if you have no money, you can start any of these for just $100. Before we dive in, my name is Anonymous. Hope you're doing well. And here, we talk all things personal finance and investing. So, if you're interested, hit that subscribe button. Okay, so let's kick this off with number one, which is starting a social media page. Now, I know what you're thinking. If you don't have an audience yet, how are you supposed to make money from it? Well, look, everybody has a phone, so it costs you nothing to start. And there are two ways to monetize a social media page. The first way is through sponsorships. For example, on Instagram, you get paid based on your reach and engagement. So, for every 100,000 views, you could expect anywhere between $250 and $2,500 per post. And while that sounds like a lot, the reality is you're not going to charge that much until you have a following. So, instead, the other option is to sell a product or service. And you would be surprised at how many people buy courses and coaching programs based on the recommendations of others. In fact, last year alone, 67% of consumers made purchases through influencers on social media. And they spent an average of $374 each time. And here's the best part. Unlike most other businesses, you can scale a social media page indefinitely because you don't have to worry about logistics, shipping products, or hiring customer support. It's pretty much just you and your phone. Number two is starting a blog. In fact, last year, bloggers made more than $920 million in revenue. So, the question is, how much can you actually make? Well, according to studies, the average blogger makes anywhere between $200 and $1,200 per month. And these numbers are really small compared to what you can actually make. In fact, the top 1% of blogs make over $150,000 per year. And with blogs, you have infinite ways to monetize. You can join an affiliate program and recommend products to your readers. You can charge companies to write sponsored posts. Or you can even sell a course or coaching program, which often converts the best because of the relationship you built with your readers. So, for example, someone who follows a fitness blog is more likely to purchase a course on how to build muscle compared to someone who doesn't follow the blog. And listen, I know this may sound overwhelming, but starting a blog costs you nothing. And with platforms like WordPress, you can literally start a professional-looking website within 24 hours. And that's why the majority of our team's new projects are centered around creating blogs. Number three is dropshipping. And this is probably the easiest business model out there. All you need is a Shopify account, which costs you about $30 per month, and an online store. And then you list products from China on your site, market them to potential customers, and when someone buys, you order the product and ship it directly to their house. And that's where the term drop shipping comes from. You're literally dropping the shipment straight to your customer. Now, a lot of people say drop shipping is dead, but here's the truth. Drop shipping still works, but you can't do it the way everyone else did. Because when drop shipping first started, everyone was just copying each other by selling the same items and competing on price. But if you want to win, you have to find products that nobody else is selling, meaning you have to source a unique product from China, build a brand around it, and sell it to a targeted audience. And one of our employees recently did this, building a drop shipping business that brings in about $150,000 per month. She found a supplier on Alibaba, built a website, and ran ads on Facebook targeting a very specific audience of women in their 30s and 40s who were interested in fitness. And she only spent about $300 per day on ads. Number four is a service business. And I can't emphasize enough how easy this is to start. You see, everyone needs a service, whether it's a plumber, a landscaper, or a dog walker. And this is why the service industry is worth over $20 trillion. Now, obviously, you can go the traditional route and start a company, hire employees, and secure clients long-term. But if you want to make the most amount of money as fast as possible, you can become a solopreneur and work for yourself. There's a guy named Gerald Celeni who runs the Trends Journal. He's the leading expert on consumer trends in America, and he built a business out of his passion for reading tarot cards. He doesn't have any fancy degrees or certificates. He simply reads tarot cards for people and charges $150 for every 30-minute session. And he gets booked months in advance. Now, of course, not everyone wants to start a company or spend money on a service. And that's why number five is virtual real estate. Now, If you want to invest in property, but you don't have enough money, one alternative is to start a virtual real estate business. You see, everyone needs a place to live, which is why real estate will always appreciate over time. But buying a house is not the only way to profit. In fact, according to the National Low-Income Housing Coalition, the United States is short about 7 million homes. So if you want to make the most amount of money, you can build homes for people who earn less than half the median income in their area. And you can start this business for just $100 and scale it to hundreds of thousands of dollars. How? Well, there are two ways. The first way is to raise money from investors and flip houses for a profit. And here's how this works. Say you have a friend willing to lend you $100,000 to flip a house. You borrow their money and purchase a rundown home for $150,000. Then you renovate it and fix up the house and list it for $200,000. At this point, you pay back your friend the $100,000 plus a percentage of the profit. And the second way is to rent out rooms on Airbnb. With just one property, you can make over $1,000 per month. And if you have a few properties, you can generate enough income to hire a property manager. And if you want to take this to the next level, you can build apartment complexes and charge monthly rent. This is exactly what my brother is doing, and he rents out studios for about $1,200 per unit, which generates him about $4,800 per month from one property. And if you want to learn more about how he built this, check out this video. And if you want to learn more about passive income, check out this one. Subscribe, like, comment on our YouTube channel Afrorise TV.